So I'm at a new hunting grounds today, a new place. I'm going to be looking around. I'm just kind of scoping it out today. There's a chicken coop. One of the last buildings that's kind of standing yet. Big old barn. Not much I can do in there. Probably be a good idea to go over the front step there with a metal detector. Lots of tin. Not a good thing. We have another little lean-to here. Okay, I'll try to speak so you can hear me over the wind. So these are the front, this is the front walk. These would have been the front steps. You can see the foundation goes that way, goes this way. This would have been side steps. I don't know what all was here. There could have been a summer kitchen here somewhere. This looks like a well for a hand. Would have had a hand pump out here. Back steps. There's a basement. Foundation over there going around. Hope I don't step on any snakes. And comes on around here somewhere. A lot of it's gone or blown over, but yeah, so that's the house. Love the sound of cottonwoods in the wind. You hear that? Sounds like it's raining. Where'd he go? Oh, there he is. Wasn't quick enough. These are probably pretty old cottonwoods, so probably would be a good idea to go around them with a metal detector. But there's nothing else here that I can see. Okay. Anyone for coffee? It's a pretty cool old coffee pot. I couldn't stand the mosquitoes down on the farm, and I came up on the hill. I found at least a trash pile full of metal. There's wire, fencing, and barbed wire. Here's a piece of enamel. Haven't seen any glass. Who knows? I'm sure it's here somewhere. Could be farther on down the hill too. Go over the next rise here in a little bit. But yeah, I would see some glass if it was here on the top. Man, these things are terrible out here. I wonder if a lot of this was thrown here later, because it's odd that they'd have just stuff scattered everywhere. Pretty little flowers. I might have to get out of here. The buffet's on and I'm the main course. Yeah, it's odd I don't see any glass here. I don't know why you would just dump metal in one spot if you're dumping trash and not the rest of it. You think there'd be tin cans and all kinds of stuff. There's old discs, there's an old bucket. Piece of an old windmill blade. There's a piece of glass. There's a piece of glass. So there's a depression right here where this glass is. I think I'm going to scrape off a little layer. Hey, what's that? Made in USA. Okay, yeah, I'm going to do a little excavating right here. I don't want to go all the way back for my rake, so I'm just going to gently do it with the shovel. But, see if there's anything whole under here. Well, I'm not finding terribly much. I think there's stuff here, definitely. Big old thick piece of purple. Little lid. That's cool. Found a complete jar. I find a lot of these in much bigger sizes. I've never found one that small. It's not terribly old, but a couple more. So I'll take the little one home. Might be worth bringing the rake out here and There's a battery core. Bringing the rake out and trying to locate the center of the pile. Because where I was digging, just the top couple inches had the broken stuff in it, and then there was nothing underneath. So either they didn't dump out here a lot, or I just haven't found the main pile of it. I didn't get it on camera, but I got, looks like a piece of silver. The bowl out of a gravy ladle, I suppose. Fancy little scroll work on there. Now I have another signal. Looks like an old, very old key. I'll have to clean it up, see if there's anything on it later. So that's cool, I guess. Better than nothing. Okay, I might have something interesting here. It was a 80. Not sure if it's a watch fob. Oh wow. It's a case watch fob. That is really cool. Steel wheels, so probably late 20s, early 30s possibly, judging by the design of the tractor. I'm not good enough to know the model, but that is really cool. I love finding stuff like that. I don't care that it's not at 200 years old. That's still cool. Alright. A tube of Colgate ribbon. I wish I could read the rest. Rarely, I dig a lot of these up, but I rarely find one that still has the paint on it. Well, that's about it. I'll show you the better things that I found, and I'm gonna vamoose. I don't think I'll come back until he either puts cows on here, or maybe come back in winter or early spring next year when the grass is not so tall. I don't know what that is. That's, at first I thought it was a lipstick case, but it's very thick and knurled. Oh, actually, I thought that was, what does it say? FLAMEGCLO. No, Flame Glow. Can you see that? The letters are very close together. I'm gonna have to look that up. Flame Glow. I don't know what that is. Then all the rings for horses, alarm clock piece, various odd things I wish I knew more about, probably for horses, I don't know. Here's a generic hubcap, like for a Model T, only it's not branded in the center. There's that little jar. The best find right there. That was worth coming out for me. Old key. Now that it's drying out, you can kind of, oh, it's a Ford key. Probably Model T. I'm not sure. I'd have to look that up. I don't even know why I threw that in there. Watch gear. Harmonica reed. I'm guessing probably a rosette off of a horse bridle. And then the gravy poon. That's all I kept, and I don't know if I'll keep all of this. But yeah, like I said, I will come back later when I can detect easier. The grass is just getting too tall, and these guys are just eating me alive. So we will see you on the next one, and thanks for watching this one. Well, it's a couple days later. I came back today because I realized I forgot to go under the cottonwood trees and run the metal detector around there. And you might ask, well, why do you think that's so important? Well, if you take a look around, these trees are kind of in a depression all around. Let me try to get out of the wind here. So whenever I see trees like this in a depression, in a low spot in the prairie, it's all surrounded by hills, so the water would collect down here, and that's why these naturally growing trees, these volunteer cottonwood trees, are here. And these may only be, who knows, 100 years old. I can guarantee you that before these were here, there were others here, and then they died and new ones grew. You know, so we could be talking for 1,000 years. There have been cottonwood trees here, and if you're on the prairie and you see large trees, where are you going to go rest? You are going to go under the shade of the tree. And also, as a kid, when this farm was first built, you know, none of those trees were there. So where would a kid go play if he wanted to get away from the farm? He'd come here. But even before that, places like this, Spanish silver has been found in Kansas in places like this, because it's just a natural inviting spot to rest in the shade. Cowboys crossing the plains. You want to stop for the night, or you want to stop in the middle of the day and take a rest, you're going to find a tree. So I would always search under something like this. I probably won't find anything, but it's still worth trying, because you never know. So I'm going to run around with the detector, and if I find anything, I will certainly show you. Kind of jumping all over the place. I'll dig it up and see what it is. Just a nice little piece of tin. Also dug an old shotgun shell. There's the bone. Kind of jumping all over the place there. I don't know what it is yet. Probably a shotgun shell. There's something in there. Well, I don't know. looks like a trash button, but I'm not sure. I have to study that a little closer. So the last thing I want to do for good this time, before I come back much later, is the owner said his grandpa had a homemade branding iron that hung in this barn. And for years he walked past it, you know, all these years leading up to the point when this barn finally fell down, thinking, you know, gee, I really better get that out of here. And one day the barn fell down, and obviously the branding iron is under all the wood. But I would love to find that for him. I'm just afraid that's going to be about impossible. I think you'd have to burn the barn down to find what you want. And he didn't know exactly where. He thought it was about in the middle of the barn, but he couldn't tell me which side anymore. So let's go up here. This would be the outside wall on the west side. Trouble is, if it was hanging very low on the wall, it's going to be way back there under all that. I'm not even sure what kind of shape to look for. I'm guessing it would have a B on it in some form or other. Nope, just not finding it. Well, okay. There's a spoon, I think. Put my flashlight away. Yeah. And a spike. Oh, by the way, that flame glow deal that I originally thought was a a lipstick tube, turns out to be, it is a lipstick tube. And that was a brand name. I can't believe how thick a piece of brass that thing was made out of. And it's like some industrial lipstick or something. Well, okay, I guess I've had my daily dose of Hantavirus. See, I saw this the other day, old bridle. And I thought surely it might be here, but I don't see it. There's just scissors.
Make him stop saying that.
Don't touch me, I'm a doctor.
Have what?
Music?
Can you fix a hi-fi?
No, sir.
Hey, shut up.